Recording, and yeah, I'm ready. Okay. I'll do the commentary on already, so I don't have to do it later.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
I am ready.
Okay, then, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. No Virgil.
Oh, is it really dark in there? What kind of exit door only needs it requires 2 people? That doesn't seem like very safe design to me.
Pressing a door open button already is enough to be hired as a... to mop the floor, also.
Yeah, apparently. But I want to stare at it.
If he says, put words in my mouth, I always think of a literal object that spells out words, and they shove it in my mouth.
I see. You know, I was gonna make a joke there, but I decided against it.
I'm open for everything. More personal best for level 2.
Light matter.
Okay, don't collect the bubble. Don't collect it. I don't need it.
Oh, I don't have commentary on right now.
Yes, I avoided it.
Are you trying to actively avoid the first bubble?
Yeah, it's nicer to don't have the bubbles. But I always collect this one.
Almost went a bit too early there.
Yes. No, I
So,
collected the button.
I remember this level is actually the first level we really decorated. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this was the time when we had just decided that, okay, this part of the game will be in the mine. And I was researching how mines looked like and noticed a lot of tracks, obviously. And in this decoration and defining the mine style, because this was the first level that was in the mine that we decorated, I had to come up with something that would just dictate the rest of the mine levels. And I saw these moving platforms and turning things, and I thought, okay, well, how does that make sense in any way to be a real life thing? And
Yeah, so this is one of the more fundamental puzzles in our game. It seems very simple because you don't just have a couple of lamps you can play with, but we found out that this is a really important concept that this level teaches you.
Yeah, and it's a concept that we use in different puzzles where we build on it, and that concept is being able to like bend around corners with light. So use one lamp to light back and.
So in this level, the player once again sees the core, but now from the bottom, very bottom of the core in the mine. And it was important for us to show the core again because it's such a big part of the story of this game, and then you're gonna see it throughout the whole game in different places. And also, like having a huge beam, science beam extending through the whole facility, it's just cool. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things we talked about a lot back then was also
That's
Citadel
good
and
enough.
Half-Life 2, like having
Oh, it
this
is.
landmark.
Half-Life 2 once again.
Yeah, that you keep moving towards, like like a goal.
yeah, and this was where we actually started building.
All
the
my
look of
practice
the
runs
core,
I've done
because
today have been with
even though you
dev-
see it
developer
in
commentary
the
off
upper
and only
levels of
turning
the
it on through
facility,
the one
first we
section,
didn't have
just
those
so that
levels
way I
built
have
at that point where
that muscle memory
I was
for
decorating the
the
front.
marathon run.
Yes.
And we had to come up with how it looks like, and we always knew it connects.
If I try
some
to do
crystals.
a world record, I just
At
always
some
leave
point
it on.
was 3 with 1 in the
Yeah,
middle,
if
not
I'm
with
if
1.
I'm like actually like hard
I knew
grinding
that there had
for
to be a
PvE,
crystal.
then yeah.
It's huge, or an amalgamation of crystals.
The thing
that
is,
are
pausing to
connected.
turn it on and off,
Like,
if you
one
do it at the
crystal
right
turned out to
spots,
be a bit
doesn't
more
actually
readable,
waste any time
and we had to
because
suspend it and give it
we go on in
a
game time.
certain look that would be recognizable after having played puzzles for an hour.
Mm.
So it was one of the bigger props. So something interesting, and
Dang, I missed the cycle.
given that we
No.
already had the light beams that you
I'm ahead then.
walk around.
So this level had an interesting story. When we created it first, we used Lego.
Yeah, I don't know
What was the
how I
point of
lost
the idea of
time
this level?
in 8, but I did.
When we were designing this level, we were very much in the phase of making puzzles where the player has to predict that some things will happen. So the basic concept for this puzzle was leaving a lamp in the dark and predicting that you might need it later.
Yeah, because we saw some players
Wouldn't dare risk
some players
James'
had a
health
hard
and
time
safety.
understanding that it's
He
only
got
the
it
player who can
bad.
understand the shadows. Like you can leave something out in the shadow and then get back to it later.
Ah,
So you can
break.
place a lamp and then change some other part of the level, and then depending on where
You're only
you put
about,
the lamp
like,
beforehand, you could use
6
that
seconds or so ahead of me.
to actually solve
Yeah,
the
the cycle only takes 6 seconds or something.
It turned out that this puzzle was much harder than we originally thought it would be. Even after we worked on
the
the
bridge
readability of
collapsed.
the puzzle and really made everything easy to understand, then it was still difficult for people to play. And in the beginning, they could spend 15-20 minutes completing this puzzle.
Yeah, and
I
one
also
thing with
like
design
having
puzzles is very
it
difficult
off
to know
for
if the
level
puzzle
10
itself is
specifically,
difficult.
Yeah,
because it's
the
much
audio trigger.
easier
Just the ability
to
of it,
go
like
based
if
on
it's too cluttered.
like Virgil's
I
audio than
remember
the
when we made it in the first
Yeah.
iteration, it was
Same.
very difficult to read and like where's the goal, where I'm supposed to go. And over time we kind of like took things away and made it simple to focus on the core part of the puzzle. And now it's this level where we actually just have like 2 main parts of the level where you have the lamp with
Yeah,
the
I like to,
platform, and then you have a lamp
turn
on
the
the other
developer
side,
commentary
and there's a gap,
on,
so you cannot get those 2 lamps next to each other.
while I'm
you have to figure.
waiting
Yeah, so
for
one element in this game is dexterity
the elevator to come down to
puzzles,
22,
and for a
and
long
then turn it
time
off
we were
after I
very
go through
unsure if
the
we actually wanted
circular
it or
door.
not.
Yeah.
Because for us,
So that way I'm not
Lightmatter is a
actually
game where you
wasting
have
any
to
time.
think and like solve puzzles. But
If I
doing
have it
should
turned
not be the
off,
difficult
then
part.
I
So
always
even if
go
you're not
into
good at,
the
like,
place where
first-person
the
controls, you should still be
bubble
able to
is,
complete a puzzle
turn
if
it
you,
on,
like, think
shortly
and
go
solve
into the
the
game
puzzle
and
up
then
in your
pause
head.
again to turn it off
The
again.
control should not be
I mean, that's
what
fair.
is preventing you from doing it. That being said, we also thought it was a little like too obvious not to have moving shadows. So I guess this level is like a good way to kind of have something where you have to
I'd love to be
understand
able to
that
skip
the
that
shadow
cycle on
coming
11,
close to
but
you and you have to kind of
it's
jump over
way
it
too tight. I don't think
while
it
approaches
will
you.
ever be possible.
But doing it should not be too difficult. But I guess you came up with this initial concept, and you had.
And I think I'm the only one that does the retry skip with the arrow keys, right?
Arrow keys.
Yeah, I press escape, press down and then enter so that it's faster than
Oh, really?
with a cursor.
I fucked up 11 so hard.
Oh, it doesn't matter for RTA, for IGT, but for RTA it did, so yeah.
I messed up my placement of the lamp in 11, so I'm losing like 30 seconds here. It's yeah. Well, I'd have to physically move my hand off my mouse and down in order to use my arrow keys.
Yeah, I do the same.
Because I have them on. I have my mouse on a different level than I have my keyboard.
Oh yeah, that's a bit more. But the last 2 seconds or something, you just have to walk straight. That's when I removed my hand from the mouse. Okay, 14. I can manage 14. I've managed it before, and now I'm going to fuck it up. Nope. I did
don't
it.
remember. I don't remember the risky strat for 14 at all. I'll need to look at it. Like.
Nope. Oh, still did it. What? That wasn't shadows. Ah, I could explain it to you if you want, or I'll just watch it later.
I mean, you could try, but I doubt I'll get it from an explanation.
You run straight and place the lamp that's there into the shadow, barely lighting up the right side of the fan railing. Then you jump onto that lightly on the fan railing. Then you go to the left, to the next lamp, and do the exact same, going to the exit, pressing the button once to get the first lamp, turn it, and then press it again to get the second lamp. If that makes sense for you.
Kind of. I have a vague memory of it, but I don't have the muscle memory for it.
Oh no, you have to train a bit for that, yes.
Maybe after the marathon run, I'll get into doing it, but...
Okay, turn around. No, oh, I did it. 16 without placing the lamp down.
Somehow I made back the time, and now I'm ahead of my splits again? I don't... What?
Yeah, I guess you...
Oh, that's right, I really fucked up 12 in my splits, that's right. Because I fucked up the rail grind twice, or messed up the rail grind twice. Bad Juniper. No cursing.
Oh, I nearly closed the door.
So this puzzle is a product
I have to hear the
a
commentary.
face in the puzzle development where we were focused a lot on the light sensor.
I don't hear the commentary.
We had to
Actually,
come up with a puzzle that utilizes the light sensor in different ways. This puzzle actually started out as something completely else. I kind of imagined a face with, like, with instead of eyes, there were just holes in like a wall that you would shine through with a.
hi, Lux. I've been getting 19 a lot more consistently.
No! Oh, one
Speaking
death.
of 19, I'm guessing you messed up.
No, in 20.
You're already on 20. Okay.
Yes. That was not a necessary death. On 18 I would have understand, totally, but not here on 19. On 20. Now I'm getting the levels confused.
I'm just like super inconsistent when it comes to this game. Oh no!
He
How did I
died
miss
in
that jump?
and I still got minus 0.7 seconds. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, you're winning this for sure. I mean, there was never a doubt about that from the beginning, but I thought maybe I'd do better.
Stupid death again. I bonked my head in 22 just before the elevator.
Ouch. You're just giving me a chance to catch up. That's all.
Yes. Just for you.
Oh, I knew you liked me. Oh, okay. There's shadow there. What the hell? That was the weirdest death I've ever had because it respawned me in a place that I did not recognize like, at all for like half a second. I feel like I have like 2 or 3 deaths for every one of yours, so.
Trying to sabotage Lightmatter. It's not just poisonings. I found the schematics for his experiment on the core. He's not trying to improve it. He's trying to overload it. If he manages to do that, we are all going to die. I am not going to let Arthur ruin our future.
So this is yet another level that was made originally with Lego. We
Yeah, I think this level is a
Oh!
good example of how we structured the facility.
This
how we
would be a
structured the
reset
levels in
run
the
for
game.
sure if I was
And it all went
doing
back to
regular
when we
practice.
actually had
7 seconds because of
designed
the
and
death.
implemented
Oh.
basically all puzzles in the game.
Yeah, also
At
not
that point, we were
that
like
good of a run for
connecting the
me.
dots and like and
Not
really
reset, but
structuring the
yeah.
narrative, because the narrative came after the puzzles and after the mechanics in this game.
I've had
And
way
we
too many
basically put all our
unnecessary
puzzles up on
deaths.
each board, like
Yep.
Almost 40 puzzles, and structured which parts of the facility they would belong to. And
Like,
we
I've
knew
already
that we
died
wanted-
twice in 22, and both
wanted
of
a
them were easily
progression where we go
preventable
through,
by
like, the
just
mine, the factory part, and
being
the
not
lab.
dumb.
And
Yeah,
and
the
that
one
was
in
basically
22 for
based
me was
on,
also dumb.
like, how well does this level fit for that? Does this level seem like a tunnel you're walking through? Maybe it fits in the mine, stuff like that. And this level is basically, we knew that the structure of the game would be linear, but in order to break it up a bit, we used this level as kind of a breather, or like a contrast, that okay, there's actually something you return back to after the elevator crashes, and that was just to spice it up a bit, so it wouldn't only go from A
Yeah,
to
I'm
B
like a
all the
minute
time.
behind my last run. This
Yes, so this is the second level of puzzle using the portable light beam after the tutorial that you just went through. And in this puzzle, we really wanted to emphasize
Place the lamp in
connecting
25 and
and
then
breaking
fade the rail
light
grind down the
So
stairs.
you have to move a lot
Yeah.
with the light beam to connect it from different places. And also
I don't really try anymore at this point.
get the sense or learn that you can place a light beam in a certain position and then return to it later on, or use the result of its placement later on in the puzzle. It's okay to leave the light beam in places, and you have to at some points. So
When we do the retry skip
at least for the first light
and
beam,
we instantly
place
pause again,
them in
does
correct
the
spots
level load in
to
the
be able to
background?
just retrieve a platform, moving platform.
I don't
And then
know.
later on,
That's something
use
to
that
look
same
into.
moving platform to progress through the level and connect with.
Because then we stop
or
the timer, but the level still loads, which then would maybe only do a 1 second.
And where
increase?
it had to leave the light beam, I knew that this
I
spot
don't
had
know.
to feel somehow special, and at that point in decorating levels, I had landed on this recipe where we placed tiles, we placed things that matter and all the important objects, and that was about it, with making some sense of the levels. But this one, I
Yeah.
felt like it had to be something different because the tiles were getting boring, and of course we wouldn't want players to get bored. So I've decided that okay, this whole middle section of a level, that is going to be a very, very big machine. Like so big that I almost don't need to decorate the whole level.
It works.
Yeah, sorta.
So this level
So I'm on
puzzle,
25. Let me guess, you're on
whatever you wanna
28.
call it, I'm not
27.
puzzle, is a bit
Close
different
enough.
from the rest of the levels in the game. It was one
Just
of the
entered 27,
actually
so you're not
easiest one
that
to
far behind.
design and implement
I'm still like a
puzzles.
minute behind.
I mean, it solves itself.
I saved 30
so
seconds in the last level. Oh
so
wow.
kinda going through it.
Well, yes, I died
Um,
once
Of course,
last
there
time.
were some design alignments of objects that had to align correctly for you to connect beams and so on. But once we kind of made it and tested it internally, we found out that it had something that the others didn't have. It had a lot of kind of exploration and connecting and disconnecting beams, like all of a sudden, like this flow. Almost when they're set up correctly, you almost flow through the level, and you can't really place the connectors wrongly after that. It is a walk in the park or a walk in the office once it's set up correctly. Yeah, so it was actually a piece of cake to make this one. It had a different setting at one point. but
What?
like trying to get it into our what it is now, then like in
What
the office,
happened?
What?
um,
There is another connector
area.
that shouldn't be here.
It was.
And now it's gone.
We needed actually
What?
some things to block the
What?
certain places. That's why
You'll have to show that to you later.
Yes, I will.
Remember,
But
like, before this, we didn't have much
that
variation
lost
in
me
the
some
lighting
seconds
scenes
because I was
in this office.
beveled, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were good because the cubicle walls could.
That and I could walk in that beam.
To
I was able to walk in that beam, even though it, in theory, would be a fake connector.
And we could place them exactly. And that was important for this level because it had to be aligned correctly, as I said earlier, for it to work.
Weird.
Some other levels, like in the game, weren't as easy to
Pick up.
like
Thank you.
figure out and implement.
Gotta love the
Like
auto
the
scroller that is
Matthias,
27.
Guy who was part of the development for the
Gotta
first
love
level,
29.
He was really good at taking
The
Oh, no.
very bare
the connector was at the on the bridge
and
on the transition to 29. So I have no idea why.
Yeah, and especially
I never
with
had any
puzzles,
ghost connectors. Never.
Programmers that couldn't that
Yeah.
really had a hard time like with framing, and the puzzles were really ugly. He was good at kind of making them more readable and at framing stuff.
he was also our primary tester for a long time. So he tested on people outside the company. So he got a first-hand glance at what worked and what didn't work in puzzles. So he had a benefit of that knowledge and could quickly change up things. Sometimes he would also explain
Still
changes to us
on a
to
good
the others,
pace.
of us in the company to look at it, for instance. But it really sped up the process of
Oh, did I place connectors wrong again?
and good puzzles for the game.
I
And then,
did.
once we had that, we stringed them together in the pace.
You
and
know,
making them
a lot.
into to what they are now.
That's the only thing about some of these
Next
skits
step,
is that some of the
yeah,
connector
was
placements are a bit more
generation.
precise than you'd think.
Thing
Yeah.
is, I just thought of when you talked about the cubicles, how there is actually a visual artifact in that the light beams they shine through the cubicles. And the funny reason for that is that the light beams they work on a different lighting system. Like they're area lights, and because our shadow system.
That's the
is
first
very
time I've heard
specific,
about the cake recipe during a run. That's bad.
Custom area lights.
I had fun hearing that when in my first casual.
All walls have a
Oh
certain
yeah, no,
thickness.
like it's still a fun line, but
And we didn't know
In a run,
Some-
yeah, no,
sometimes
you
some-
don't.
some of the lines are things you don't have fun hearing
So it
during
basically
a
meant
run.
the thickness of the wall cover up that the light was shining through,
Exactly.
like the wall panels.
Yeah.
Like if you ever hear the phone call with Cave in 36, you know you're doing bad.
Yeah.
Was it
And another
36?
fun
Yes, it was
Yeah.
36.
like the dialogue in this level, I think it was we kind of used.
I always have the 38 just before you come into the orange crate room in my head, because there he also gets a call.
Because when we wrote the whole script very bare, like not a lot of humor, just like with the key.
I mean, I know he gets
information.
he gets the call from like someone at the outpost, but
Yeah, saying that
And
James
we
got
had a
back in, I
hard time
think.
developing the humor of the game, but in this level we just randomly stumbled upon the joke. Like we just came up with it while explaining to the player what the mission was.
I was talking
you know,
about
what
the
Virgil
phone call
says.
with Cave Johnson in
Yeah.
I'm limited by my body, but not my mind, so I wasn't able to get around the obstacles. As you have the opposite problem, you'll play a part in this.
Okay, I can do this one. I can do
It was
this
just-
one.
It triggered something.
Precise
like,
but
in the old
fast.
company where, like, that was the main joke that people
Precise
liked.
but fast. I can do it.
I think the reason why it works is because it's just it's a really subtle jab. It's like a really subtle insult, and an intelligent insult, and it fit for like. This,
Oh, that is so
elitist
close.
CEO guy.
Perfect.
So we just use that, like we just. Kept
yeah.
looking at
This is
that
just an
joke
all-around
and
bad
started,
round.
Minus 27.
spicing
Okay, I
up the
died
whole-
last time here,
all the dialogue
but still.
To make it funnier, we kept looking at this one.
Was that before? Because I think to remember that this was one of the first lines that David
Yeah.
recorded, right?
Yeah,
And I
we
think
used
it was also his delivery of it that
Yeah.
really made us laugh.
Yeah.
So was it before he came onto it, or did you spot the?
It was
The
before he
humanoid.
came. Yeah, it was before we had chosen the voice actor.
There's another ghost connector.
So we had these three
What?
auditions. And this was the first line they were supposed to say.
Okay,
Because we knew that was what we were going for. And
what kind of hacks did you put in your game?
Yeah, I think
I don't
these
know.
guys just made it work.
He delivers.
I have no idea. Oh, minus 0.3. Gold. Nice.
Starting to get rug burn on my hand from my mouse pad.
Yeah, my hand palm always is on the edge of the table, not even touching the mouse pad, so you don't
I
get that.
have a large FPS mouse pad, so
Yeah, mine is also large, but yeah, not the edge. Hey, he didn't tell me to not touch anything because of the commentary.
oh, well, you're already in 34.
Yeah.
I just started 32.
Best possible time, he tells me, is a 43:09.
I don't have best possible time on my splits because
That's never
it tends
accurate.
to make me overconfident, like
Yeah, so this was one of the
overconfident, and it's
puzzles
also
that
not
you
accurate
designed.
because some of my
Can you talk a little bit about the
some of my
story
splits are
behind it?
fucked.
The biggest problems on them is that you sometimes split at a different part of a level because you are further to the left or the right, so it's not that accurate.
We needed more puzzles.
Well,
with,
that
the
sucks.
sensor.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever died there.
And we
That never happened
some of
before.
the puzzles we made before was easy to
There
make,
we go.
and they just came to us. But this one was a bit harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did have some sensor puzzles, but only with the lamp. But now we needed it with the photon connector.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, and yeah.
Okay,
I
36.
think I
Would be
actually
nice to get it first try,
tried
but I
different
doubt it.
puzzles,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes.
Getting
come
first
up
try
with
36 is
yeah.
the only thing that'll put me anywhere close to a
And
PB
the
now.
idea was that
I have another
we wanted
ghost
to be
connector.
able
What?
to, we wanted to
Okay,
I'm not going to use it, but I have it
so
here.
that if the player put a
can you interact with it?
light beam,
It's not yellow. Yes, I can. And now
You have
now I'm
these
soft
doors
locked
that
because
open
I
up
can't
and
move anymore.
closes and you have
Oh
to-
no! Oh no! I'm sorry.
yeah, the sensor
Do you
control.
want to restart?
Retry the level.
Yeah,
So
you can
let's
restart
see.
the level. That works.
Nope, nope. It's soft locked for me.
Oh no.
What?
Do you want to restart the run?
I don't really want to restart the whole run because that's 30 minutes, but
It's up
that
to
doesn't
you.
even make sense. No, I think I'm going to edit the video right now.